Morning. Welcome at day 2 of my 1-year anniversary in Normandy. And today again I started a place which I've overseen last time I've been here. And when I revisited these places on the Google Maps, I just rechecked where I've been before. And if you look around at the map, then it sometimes shows you interesting places or noticed places. I'm not sure how to call this exactly, but what I noticed just right down the street there is Normandy Battery. It's not seeable from here. When we'll get back, I'll make a stop there. And what I noticed just several hundred meters away, there was a place called, let me see, Widerstandsnest 84, and sounded interesting to me because I didn't know they were so close. But as you can see, that's one bunker there, it's one bunker there, so they're somehow connected, but again, different style. Haven't seen this before. So first one this morning, we check out these two bunkers, and just when we're over the hill you get a different look at where we are right now. We are on the outskirts of Omaha Beach, but looking into Utah Beach down there. So I just take a walk up there and then I'll show you around. So here we are within between. It's bunker number 1, middle of the field again, really massive. And there's the second one. This field not in use, so you can see they just let it overgrow. Maybe some people coming here from time to time, that's why the bushes are not full, I'm not sure. And what I was talking about, as you can see down there, it's already the sea. So, and just behind those trees, that's Normandy Battery. So what I don't understand, that's I show you when we get there. Normandy Battery, you won't see it. It's really dug out under the ground. You won't see it on ground level. It's all below, and cannons, you will not see them looking out. So they can shoot from there, but not being seen if you look there in the direction. At the same time, just a couple hundred meters away, you put a combination of bunkers with also cannons firing in a direction, so you can see the cannons, you can see the smoke, you can see, I don't know if this is a real thought through combination, but whatever. So what we see there, it's one Tobruk there, another Tobruk there. What we see here, sometimes at least people walking here, taking a look. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But again, a different style, different kind from the style of the opening. How the cannons are looking out. Let's take a quick look at the Tobruks. And I think this is exactly the part where we kind of stopped yesterday. This is the, well, other way. This is the sea, and this is the river going into Carentan. That's where we are at the moment. And just around there, it's Point du Hoc. It's where we stop next. Just wanted to stop over real quick here. Like I said, overseen. So I think a part of, well, from the ankle, at least the entrance onto the river is protected, or kind of under the influence of these two cannons. Yeah, not much to see here. Just a Tobruk. That's pretty much it. I think they don't need so much more. Oh, there's a third bunker. It's not only two, it's again three. Fenced off, so I guess we have sometimes sheep or cows or whatnot here on the field, so they don't run inside there, get hurt. Still weird, those different styles of bunkers. Yeah, I don't know. I think also they have been built in different time periods, maybe that's why. So where was the second Tobruk? It's down there. Quick look. Yeah. Also not too much to see. Yeah. Even less. Entrance would have been here. They filled it up. So oversees this area and this area. That's it. So just take a quick drive over there. Stop at the Maisi Battery. And off we go to the next stop. Okay, one more stop. When I recorded the other side of these bunkers, I was coming up back here, and I just looked within these bushes and saw this little scramble of concrete. I was wondering, okay, but by the color it doesn't look old, looks more like modern day concrete. So I kept on walking there, but then I saw a little path going up here in between the trees, and I just thought, okay, never mind, give it a quick look, because you never know, otherwise again you have something you missed. And I came around here and I saw this brownish area there, and I saw it here also, and ta-da! There are more bunkers. So this is the style we know, under ground level, machine gun, and well, troop shelters, ammunition shelters. There's one, and here's the second one. So at least two of these bunkers, they had those large underground shelters for the troops, for protection against incoming fire. So that's a way larger station or position than I thought. And then even being that close to Maisi Battery, I'm not sure if this battery, but well, the other ones we've visited before, they also normally don't have eye contact to the targets they're shooting at, because they're kilometers away. Not sure if this is a mixture of they can shoot far distance. Well, this coastline is kilometers away, and even be in sight line to it. So still, yeah, nice find. Not sure why they dug it out, or maybe that's the reason why here is no field and over there is a field, because there is no bunker. Only these two have the underground bunkers. I'm not sure. Or maybe they're planning on digging them out and including them into Maisi Battery, some sort. Maybe bring those bunkers back to life. I'm not sure, but as you can see, okay, nice. Well, one of the things, and it's also what you can find in Maisi Battery, if you get there, take a tour there, that's really interesting. We today just make a stop there, but after the war, all those places had trenches and they were dug out, and they were simply just in the way of the farmers. So what they did, they used it to ditch a lot of trash in there and used any sort of material to fill those areas up, right? Because they're just holes in the ground. Yeah. And yeah, your farm animals easy to fall in, get lost in there, hurt in there and whatnot. And also you cannot use these areas, so they had to be filled up. And that's classically what we see here, even though I guess that's not directly after the war. There's plenty of plastic bottles we can see here. There are glass bottles a lot, but a lot of it is also plastic. So probably they used it for a long time to put in dirt and trash. Also here on top of this one, a lot of plastic and whatnot. Yeah, still glad I took the small path to take a quick look. Nice find. So if you're into it, Maisi Battery, just go down the road a little bit more and you find this Widerstandsnest, a little bunker. Maybe when you come here already something happened. There are no fences, I didn't climb any fences. I didn't trespass anything. I just walked beside the field. That's why I didn't get too close to this bunker. But I just found this little path here and walked beside the field. My car standing over there. So that's it, Widerstandsnest. What I said, 34, 84, just close to Maisi Battery. That's where we stop next. So this is part of the lake we can see. This is the tree line I explained to you, and just behind it are the bunkers where we've been before. And just right here, hiding in the bushes, is Maisi Battery. And just don't think of these guns. They're just here for showcase. Some original leftovers. But the battery itself, that's the entrance. And it's all around there. I'll show you a picture in a second. But as you can see, you see nothing. There's no concrete, there's no walls, there's no bunkers, hatches, nothing. You see nothing above ground. Just purely nothing. So that's just some pictures from inside. As you can see, going down below ground. And even the trenches, they're below. And only the roof is on ground level. And it's just one of those bunkers like we've seen in the back of those other big bunkers. Tobruk on top here, 2 entrances, one here. That's a little map. It's real large size, this thing, but all this way around it's all below ground, so that's crazy. But like I said, you see nothing here, but then you have these 3 massive bunkers standing there. Well, there must be a plan behind it. I just don't see it. So, next up, down there to the beach. I have some more bunkers to see there, and then point to hook. So, quick stop at the beach. We just came down from, you saw this tower there. So Maisi battery and those two batteries about up there. And as you can see, the shoreline, like I told you, coming down here. Those are the two small islands we saw yesterday. All over there is Utah Beach. And I think the brownish building we can see there, that's the museum. We've been outside it yesterday. And this is the area, like I told, going into the river, going down to Carantown. And I think that's the outer skirt, where then Omaha Beach will start. So I took the chance. On the way to get there, I saw there's a row of 3 more bunkers, Widerstandsnest. So I wanted to take the chance to take a quick look at another bunker. So yeah, just let's get over there, take a quick look what we got. So I'm on top of the first of those row of bunkers. As you can see, probably not too many visitors. Completely filled up with dirt, overgrown. Well, there's a little hole to peek, but not much to see. Probably an entrance before. And well, I'm on top of the bunker, as you can see. Really not much to see at all. Completely filled up with dirt, but there's some more. This one. Let's get over there and take a look. So this is the second one. We have an entrance here from both sides. Also not the common style we've seen before. Normally we have only the entrance from one side. And then we have a Tobruk over there. But I just wanted to see if something... No. Also completely overgrown. The bunker, you see nothing. But over there's a little bit more to see. And I have an idea, but let's see. So, well, that's an entrance. Here's the top. And what I was wondering before is probably solved, because as you can see here, you just have a little lookout. So, for all the cannons in this area, like I said, you don't even see the target where you're shooting at, right? Because they can be a couple of kilometers away from you. Or, like for Maisi battery, you're below ground, so you see not much. So then, you have this sort of bunker. You have a line connection or radio connection. And now they're shooting at some targets. And this guy down there, he can see the impact of the shells. And then he can correct their aiming. So that's a lookout post, or, well, I don't know the English name. Feuerleitstelle. They're telling them, you're off target, get closer, get far away, whatever. And that's this lookout post. So we already know those cannons were mainly aiming this direction. And from here their fire would be led. So maybe those were also only protecting bunkers or something. I don't know. We can't see them anymore. I think I take a little walk up there. And then over there it's already starting to get up to Point de Hoc. That's where we stop next. But nice. I was wondering, at least we have one there. And Point de Hoc has a similar thing. I'll show you later. Just it's on top of a cliff. But the system is the same. Just low stance, bunker, just for you to take a look out. Inside sometimes at Point du Hoc they still have it. You have a little map of your surroundings. Well, you're shooting out to the sea. There's not too many landmarks you can give them. You just have to give them, well, I'll just walk up in a second. You just give them the distances and then they shoot. That's it, yeah. Last stop before Point du Hoc. Point du Hoc just right here. That's where we go next. But the last stop is just down the place where we came from. And it's a bunker, which is already, seems like, occupied pretty much by the sea. I will take a little look how far down I can get. But by the opening you already see again a different one. You see these little steps in the concrete going inside. I don't know, there's also the door opening. It's not usual, but this must be the cannon side, because as we can see those ankling concrete coming out there, that's normally the protection for the opening, right? So the cannon is protected from anything coming from the side. We'll take a look in a second. And what else we got is, we got a little tow brook there for machine gun or mortar, and a little more concrete building, bunker style. Not sure, we take a look in a second. And just wait, this bush line, that's where we came from. So it's like 300-400 meter just down the coast line. Let's take a look there. I hope the sea is not too loud. I hope I remember to check it before I put it on the web. So that's the other side, right? Before I was standing here. Now the other side is the same. I'm not sure if this probably a turnable gun which could aim in both directions, or they even had two smaller guns, but by the size I think it's not possible. Wow, what a noise. And one more tow brook also already belongs to the sea. Well, you could enter. If I wouldn't be alone, I would try it, but if anything happens, I'm done. So I don't do it. I just watch it, and that's pretty much it. But interesting, different style again. So the back side of this small bunker, the one with the cannon, was there. That's a tow brook, but not much to see here. And by, it's all broken also, by the shape of it, I would guess also just some sort of shelter or for the supply stuff. It's broken already, even the roof is broken, so it couldn't be been so massive, I would guess. Well, still thick concrete walls. But even no tow brook, no nothing. So maybe just a shelter, or like I said, supply cover, something like that. Yeah, not too much to see here. Backside protection against there, but that's pretty much it. And I guess that's also pretty much it for down here. Well, just a small thing. When you're running around here, and this is Normandy, right? So of course I'm mostly looking for all these Atlantic Wall related stuff, D-Day stuff and whatnot. But at the same time, I'm here with my car. I'm driving around all this area, Normandy, and I must say this area also have some more history and some more stories to tell than only World War II related, right? So it's going back really long time. Normandy, for those of you who know this name, going back to the Vikings settling here, yeah, the Northmen, Normandy, right? And you find things like this somewhere. So on my left, I go back with the camera in a second, there's a field, and you can see a really old brick bridge, small brick bridge, because this is a small channel. There was water in before. Coming from around the corner there, I just saw it a second ago, going around here, encircling this area. And behind the tree line I show you the old buildings in a second. That's all going back a really long time. So if you're not only into this bunker stuff and whatnot, but if you're interested in some sort of historical related stuff, it's all here. You drive around here, you see all these buildings. That's just, yeah, an extra on top of it. So that's what I meant. You see, we just came from this row of trees, and this is the little channel for this little, well, square or whatever, and it wasn't even seeable from that corner because of these bushes. But as you can see, little leftover from an old farmhouse owning this area. The same one probably was even bigger, just standing there in the fields. And of course, well, if I pass by one with a good stoppable chance, all these maisons going around here, which means these big farmhouses, this classic well, gravel road leading up to the main entrance. Just impressive, and overall really nice area to visit. So even if you're not too much into all this stuff I'm looking at, there's so much more to see here. Commercial. So lucky me, just coming up from the beach. This is the road going to Point du Hoc, and I just came up here, and luckily I came over this monument. I just show it from the front in a second. That's a national, Coast Guard monument. But here in the parking lot there's also, well, one remembrance stone dedicated to the Rangers, especially to this fella there from the US Army Ranger Hall of Fame. So he was in the group of the Rangers who took over Point du Hoc on D-Day. That's where we go next. But let's take a look at this statue. She's tremendously large. We'll see her in a second from front. Boy, this thing is huge. It's French and Chinese. Well, you Google it, World Peace Statue, and you check out how large this thing is. I would estimate 10 meters, 12 meters. And there's the dedication to the Coast Guard. Just get there in a second. That's the front. Not sure why they put Tobruk bunker here. Maybe it's related to this story. So even the guys from the National Guard. Alright. World Peace statue. Nice statue. If it only would be true. So real quick, I just saw it when I walked back from the car to the car. The sculpture, the memorial we've been, is just there, and there's a small cemetery just opposite side, and that's the grave of Commandant Philippe Kiefer. You may check him out. He played also a big role in the liberation of France. His story is put down there. Special commands. So he's buried here, just beside this memorial. So if you're here, pay him a visit. Even though graveyards, a little special topic, but pay him your visit. So back at Point du Hoc, just wanted to stop on by here. Still a crazy place to see all these large crates, big holes from the bombing prior to the D-Day landings. Some really massive hits, but just think all the impact they had, and still the bunkers intact, and I cannot imagine not a single shell hitting those bunkers, and the same ones creating these holes, and the bunkers still withheld those impacts. That's just crazy.
Le chic de faire des roulés là-dedans.
En fait, il faut imaginer, mais il est doux. En fait, quand on oublie, il est
So they rearranged the ways. As I remember, last time the way was going around there. You only looked on the backside. And I think this is the way where we saw the red flags last time, when they were looking if it's clear to have a pathway there. So this time they changed it, and you see bunkers from different angles, and you can see some impact those big guns had. They made some destruction, of course, just not on the big massive bunkers, but on some of them. A lot of gravel and broken out pieces.
Allez, pour monter les euros. So wondering what type of ADG trucks running from the coast road to the field just Oregon, Farm Boy. It was a rapid
Faut ramper, genre.
Non, mais non.
Just a quick note before I leave Point du Hoc. I think I've shown all this bunker stuff last time enough. Just if you're interested in this stuff and you like to come here, and even in a small group, 2 or 3 people, just tourist season is starting, and as you can see, these people standing here, these are 3 groups. The smallest group is twice 2 persons, and then a little bit larger group, same there. So there are tour guides here over and over and over. So if you're just interested to get here, but not crazy enough like me to go by yourself, still come. There are people here, they explain, they show around. Just do it. You're never on your own. You can book a tour or something. It's interesting as well. So another monument stop. I would say by the look of it, it doesn't get too much attention, even though it's an interesting one. While you don't see any leftovers anymore. This is the place. It's also standing there from the 366 fighter group. The advanced landing ground was built here for an airfield. That's a placard explaining it. It's a little hard to see, but you can see here the airfield itself, the side tracks, and this is already the sea. So directly by the sea. You can see it on the map also. Here's Point du Hoc, where we've been just before, and just right there down. So just behind this tree group, that's Point du Hoc. And then right down here you can see the sea, and this is where they had an airfield for about 2 months. But well, they don't seem to have any larger buildings there. I guess they just put on some dugouts and whatnot to store the ammunition and repair parts and whatnot. They don't even build any hangars or something. At least you can't see them on these pictures. You just see an assembly of some airplanes there, and this one is just stamped ground, right? So I guess there were fields here before. They cleared them, they made an even path, and they stomped the ground to make it solid as possible, and that's pretty much it. That's also sort of, if you see from the Pacific Theater, and you see pictures there from the smaller island when they build heads-up airfields. Also there, they just use the ground, the solid ground from the soil there, and then they stumped it, and that's where they put it. Like I said, little sad, it doesn't get too much attention, but maybe not popular enough, not enough airmen caring for it. So if you have, yeah, that's the monument. First one for today, like this. No, the second one, right? The peace monument, but off track again. Farm roads down until the beach. So I just came down the road here, like 300-400 meters. That's a small parking spot, and there's walking roads here. And if you're not afraid of height, you can get pretty close to these rocks and take a real good look downwards. From different angles. Another spot from there. Well, I walked another 10 minutes on top of this cliff section, and as you can see, it's It's not completely stable everywhere, even though it's not blocked off or something. It can crumble down into the sea one day. See, also there's some material already crushed down, and the sea already took the below parts. As you can see, it's missing there, and it's happening at different points all along the coast here. But why I stopped here is just here in the middle of the way, nothing else. Well, I cannot see inside the bushes, but a single Tobruk, just one there. There's nothing to see here. Well, I walk a little bit more down there. What we can see there already, wait, like this one, the tree line, that's already the first part of Omaha Beach, where we stop next. But here on top of the cliffs, nothing, just one single Tobruk. Maybe it's thought to be as an outlook. Even the entrance is on this side, and it should be on the protected side, right? So maybe it's not even supposed to be in danger from the seaside, but protective from land side, somebody coming from there. I just came over this hill, and if I look down here, there's nothing to see except the coastline down there, this one, which is Omaha Beach, going inland there. That's where we stop next. So still nothing more to find. Cut off fields. So you can see the cliffs ending here, going back inland. There's only some excavators working down there, and some more cliffs. And this Tobruk down there. We pretty much walked like 25 minutes down here, not more to see. So you're not always lucky. It's the first time, so I just lost 1 hour. Little walking is okay. Close to lunchtime. So when I get to the restaurant, I'm already hungry, pretty sure. So it's not that bad, and it's the first time it happened. I did not find anything, but just a single Tobruk, nothing around. Maybe there was more and they demolished it, or there was the plan to put more. I don't know. Not sure if this Tobruk was ever manned by a person or just built as a part of a line of Tobruks which had to be manned then. I don't know. I think in one of my first videos I was already wondering how this all worked out. The little stations, how they got manned up, how long the guys stayed there. There was like a week there, week off, back in the land or something. Well, maybe there are books or something to find on the internet. Need to search it one day. For now, get back to the car, go down to Omaha Beach, have lunch, and then we see us after lunch. Don't ask me why, but I missed this place completely last time. We're here at the beginning of Omaha Beach, sector dark green and Charlie green, if I'm not completely wrong. And yeah, somehow last time I missed this. I didn't get down here. Even though some interesting things to see here. We have a gun point up there. Watch out for my finger. That's the cliffs we came from. And then we have a second bunker down here. And that's a leftover part from a mulberry. They even put the note here. All the mulberries we visited before. Mulberry A and B there was, if I'm not completely wrong. So one of them they placed here. And there's one more bunker there. Of course we checked the memorial. Name is Ever Forward. This is Army National Guard. And I think, when I'm not completely wrong, this is also on top of a bunker, aiming down there. Yep. See, they even put a cannon in there. But just quickly back in here. This is where the big monument is down there, Omaha Beach. That's where I stopped last time. And for some reason I didn't take the trip left. I only took the one down to the right. Later on there's the big red one monument and this one stone with a plaque. And then on top, where I was and found the small bunkers aiming down there. But for some reason I forgot to make a trip up here. And I missed this point a little bit. So the mulberry part and those two bunkers. Well, with this one it's 3 bunkers aiming down here. And a fierce fighting, because it's the first opening after all these places. And as you can see, it's still climby here, but when we remember from Omaha Beach, there's an opening inland and then it's steep again, and the same here, an opening with a road in there. So a position they want to take over to make it possible to move inland, inwards. So first stop after lunch, nearly overseen something. We've just been down there at those Memorial, National Guard and whatnot. And I've overseen just up here the end of the parking lot. There's one more for the 29th Infantry Division. Just ahead. And there's one more behind this tree line. We get there now. and also this bridge is interesting, so let's take a look. And before, there's one more, I think, for the Rangers. So like I thought, it's the 5th Ranger Battalion plaque. Lead the way, Rangers. Oh, Rangers lead the way. And right beside the road here, what we find is, they call it Bridge for Freedom. So I guess that one of the mobile bridges, one of the styles they used for the mulberry harbors. So they can, yeah, have an entrance, mobile, for tanks, trucks, whatnot. Yeah, mulberry harbors. So you can see here, they have a bigger kind of floating dock for the ships to get alongside and then unload there. And then throughout those bridges, land your vehicles. And that's how they did it pretty much. You can see how massive this structure is. Well, where's beton? Where's concrete now? There have been some floating tanks or rubbers.
One of the bridges. Is that the floating the bridges in from the
And over there we have one more memorial. Just check out in a second. It's one for the 6th Engineer Special Brigade. Well, I guess engineers, it's what's pioneers. Right, you see the anchor and whatnot, so probably those guys in charge building bridges and stuff like that, engineers. So I think now I got all of them. One more thing I just found walking down the street here, what you can see there, some concrete looking out there. So they had a Widerstandsnest directly here on the corner. Not sure if it got destroyed by shooting or if the rock gave up on it and it crashed down. I just noticed it there, and I knew from another video I saw on YouTube that there was a Widerstandsnest in it, and it was part of protecting the road up here. That's where we just came from, where these 3 bunkers were sitting. So this was another protection for the road upwards, already destroyed. Just one more quick stop, what I was thinking about when I was passing by here by the car. And like I said, that's the start of the sector, Omaha Beach. All the way down there, where we will make the last stop with the big red one monument. But for all of you, I guess when they think about D-Day, most of you know the Hollywood movie Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, so what they showed there pretty much is a beach like this one, and then think about, you have 2 bunkers with big guns, and just even the smaller one back there, all aiming down here, shooting you pretty much up, shooting heavy artillery into your landing craft. And even after you made it out of the landing craft, you're advancing the beachfront, and then what you've seen in the movies, it's pretty much something like this. The little Widerstandsnest I showed you before is right down there, and then over there on top you would have all the trenches like you saw in the movie. They're aimed with the machine guns, so they're on the higher position and they're easily looking down on you, advancing with all the heavy gear and whatnot in this sandy area, wet, muddy area, and they really easy can pick on you and shoot at you. So that's pretty much the scenery which they recreated, reenacted when they shot that movie. Even though I think they called it Utah Beach, was it something like this? I'm not sure. And what they're showing was Omaha, or the other way around. But that's pretty much a scene what they pictured, right? It's Long Beach way, and then mountains in the background, which you have tried to climb while they were shooting at you. It's pretty much what happened here. Just drove a little up the road, just from where we stopped before, where you can see the scenery is still the same all along the coastline here. Why I stopped here? Because there's another special point from D-Day, and what we can find here, you even can see, okay, that's really nice, you even can see the stone, probably still the same, but you can see the road they used and how deep it went down here. And if we look now, how high it is now and how deep this one is, maybe it's 2 meters higher. And here's the marker. So before they opened the big cemetery, they had a first cemetery here. Now we're at the last planned memorial for today. Advanced Landing Ground it's called. And there's information board again. Well, now we have the sun behind us. But we are here now. Oh, you see, there's another airfield. So they're pretty close by each other. An advanced landing ground probably means down here is the beach landing ground. We can see the sea here, even ships coming in. And the way they went up here, that's just where we've been some minutes before. We came up here, and it's where we're standing now. If we take a look, I can see nicely around the sea. Probably the same like we said at the monument, especially for the oh nice, we have a fighter overfly. Sorry for the sound. I didn't even see on my display if I got him. I hope so. So yeah, nowadays you see the soil is moving and working by rain and whatnot. So nowadays you would not think there was a landing ground or an airfield here before. So landing could happen. But as you can see here, they had one runway here. And not that large at the other one, but still. So my next stop, we've just been right on top of this hill, advanced landing ground. This airfield was going just right down inside there. It's like maybe 200 meters down the hill. And we got another Widerstandsnest here, close to the beach. I'll show you in a second. First of all, they have a map here, so a little bit for orientation. That's also pretty much the way we made today, right? Point to hook. We've been at this corner before when we could look inside Carentan. Now we made our way up here. Omaha Beach, these sectors. And now we're pretty much around about here. The Widerstandsnest is here, and just behind those tree line, that's where the American cemetery is today. Less than a kilometer over there. Let's check out this bunker first. Looks like it took some hits, and you can see shoreline down there, so it was aiming down there. Pretty sure those trees wasn't there. Looks like they're building another one right now there. Just quick look from the beach side of where we've been before. That's the end of Omaha Beach. If we're looking down there, Point de Hoc is the other one. And again, like I said yesterday at Utah Beach, again it's a sort of an horseshoe, right? You have a U shape going all the way around there, and again stopped by the cliffs. High points on both sides to make it possible to oversee everything. We have a concrete impression of what is happening all over the beach. Luckily still they made it under heavy casualties here, but still. And right the tree line there, that's the American cemetery. This probably the last stop for day 2. I'm at the end of Omaha Beach, and this place heavily struck me last time. Does it again. Probably nearly the same beach conditions, where you can see the sea and how long the beachway is. And I'm standing at the forefront of this Widerstandsnest. Just leading up here. We've been here before. This bunker, that's bunker there, and behind the hill there's the big red monument, and over there on top of this hill there was another Widerstandsnest. That's where we've been the first time, where I started coming down this beach here. This is such an easy to defend position and such a long way to make it up here. That's crazy. Down there, the stone where they had installed the first aid station, the first one, where they assembled the wounded. So here at the obelisk of the Big Red One Memorial, American Cemetery right over there, and again Omaha Beach down there. I think that's pretty much it for day number 2. Lot accomplished today, the places I wanted to see, a lot of new impressions, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So as always, my last words: remember, life is short, so make the most of it.